Hi everyone, this week's Parsha is Lech Lecha. At the end of the Parsha, Hashem instructs Abraham for the first time to not only perform a bris on himself, but also all the males in his household, and thereafter any baby boy that is 8 days old. So what is a bris? Rashi says that a bris is a physical marker on the body of a male, and is also a mitzvah for his parents, including the mother, to perform. It's a physical marker on the body of a male representing the physical and permanent commitment that he himself is making to Hashem, as well as the location of the bris representing the fact that any children that he has and all the generations that come from him are equally as committed to God as well. So there's something unique about the mitzvah of bris milah as well as the mitzvah of Karban Pesach. These two mitzvos are the only positive mitzvos we are given that come along with punishment of kares. All other mitzvos that come along with the punishment of kares are negative mitzvos, meaning mitzvos that we are commanded to not do something. And these two positive mitzvos are things that we are commanded to actively do. And if we neglect them, we get kares. So what is kares? Kares means being spiritually cut off from our direct connection to Hashem. Rav Shneur Zalman of Liadi compares it, to our souls having 613 ropes connected to each of the 613 mitzvos. And we can either strengthen or weaken our ropes depending on our observance or our transgression of each mitzvah. And getting kares is like all 613 ropes being cut, and what used to be a direct conduit to Hashem and to, the ability to grow spiritually is suddenly totally cut off and the relationship is over. So if we compare our relationship with Hashem with a marriage relationship, which is a comparison that's often drawn, it's easy to imagine in a real marriage many things that you should avoid doing that would instantly end the relationship. But what are some examples of things in a marriage that if you neglected to actively do them would likewise immediately end the relationship? If someone was not active and attentive to their spouse, the spouse may feel bored, neglected, unfulfilled, lonely, but it would not necessarily immediately end the relationship just because someone forgot or did not do something for one day or immediately. So the difference between, all the things that we do and all the mitzvahs that we perform for Hashem are ways of, on a daily basis, nurturing that relationship, showing that we're involved, showing that we care. The same way in a marriage, people do things daily for their spouses that are somewhat small, but altogether really show a constant commitment and connection. The difference is that bris milah and Karban Pesach are not things that we do on the daily basis to nurture the relationship. They are representative of the actual initial commitment that we have made to the person, the genesis of the relationship, so to speak. So if someone was a wonderful partner but never wanted to get married, refused to get married, or even got married and never wore a ring, never told anyone about it, was never open about the fact that they were in a committed relationship, even if they were wonderful in every other way to their partner, this would really call into question how committed they were to this relationship. So that's where we're at. These are two things that are so inherent to our initial promise to be Hashem's people that without them, kares is almost just a natural conclusion. The relationship is cut off because we have neglected to even start the commitment and to even say, we want to be in this relationship with you. It's actually because of the merit of these two mitzvos that Bnei Yisrael were brought out of Mitzrayim and now brought to Har Sinai to receive the Torah. It goes to follow. You make your initial commitment to Hashem and you show we're ready to do this. We're in this to win this, right? You make your commitment to the person, and only after that are you consummating the marriage, are you having a wedding, and then being able to enjoy all the benefits and the fruits of that union. So it's a wonderful thing for us, right, to be outward Jews, to do those daily things, both for our spouses and definitely for Hashem, to do all the mitzvos that are available to us, to try and connect to each of them individually, to try and strengthen each of our 613 ropes. But we cannot neglect or overlook our personal, serious, permanent connection to Hashem, our commitment to Hashem, what it means internally for us, what we are giving into this relationship. And we do often sometimes need to actually make a commitment in our minds, in our hearts, before we can then therefore go and enjoy all the benefits of that. The same way Nachshon jumped into the Yam Suf, which is in a few weeks' time in the Parsha, but the same way he jumped into the Yam Suf first, trusting that everything would be taken care of, and then Hashem therefore went and split the Yam Suf. We occasionally have to jump in with our eyes closed, right? Having emunah, having bitachon that things will turn out the way that we hope, making choices based on what we feel is right, and then hopefully being able to enjoy the fruits of our good choices. Have a wonderful Shabbos.